Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you are doing well today, and we're here with another interesting topic in this video. I will share with the new topic is about and what important lessons I learned from it. I hope you will find it informative and inspiring. So let's begin with Maya. Hello Maya, how are you? Hello Maya, how are you? Today I will be asking you more questions. Will you answer them? Okay, Maya. So, Maya, today's topic is understand mental well-being and ways to maintain it. Okay. So, Maya, my first question is basic understanding question topic. Okay. What is mental well-being?
The absence of mental illness. It's a broader state of feeling good about yourself, being able to cope with life's normal stresses, working productively, and contributing to your community. It's really a combination of emotional, psychological, and social health. Think of it like physical health. You can be physically healthy without being peak athletic performance, just like you can have solid mental well being without being in perfect mental shape all the time. What comes to mind when you think about mental well being? So, what's your next?
My second question is what is mental health important in daily life?
It's everything, honestly. Your mental health impacts how you think, feel, and act every single day. It affects your ability to handle stress, relate to others, make decisions, and even your physical health. If you're struggling mentally, things that should be easy feel overwhelming. Work, school, relationships. It touches every area of your life, so when it's solid, everything else works smoother. What makes you curious about this angle specifically? I'm just checking in, you seem a bit distracted there. Everything all right?
So, Maya, my next
Go
question.
ahead.
Okay. My next question is how does mental well-being affect physical mean?
Mental and physical health are way more connected than most people realize. Chronic stress, anxiety, or depression can weaken your immune system, increase inflammation, mess with sleep patterns, and even contribute to things like heart disease, high blood pressure, or digestive issues. When your mind is constantly fighting battles, your body feels it. When you're in a good mental space, though, you're more likely to take care of yourself physically too. Eating better, exercising, getting enough sleep. It's like a two-way street. Good mental health makes it easier to prioritize physical health and vice versa. Got it. I'm ready for your next
First question
question.
is what are the signs of good mental health?
Hmm. What exactly were you asking about with that one? It was a little unclear. I think maybe you meant what are the factors of good mental health or something like that. Oh, you're actually asking about, right, the core building blocks of good mental health, stuff like positive self esteem, the ability to build healthy relationships, feeling resilient, having coping skills, and being able to regulate your emotions. It also includes things like having a sense of purpose and a support system. Basically, feeling like you matter, being able to bounce back from tough times, and having people you trust around you. That's the foundation. You okay with continuing, or do you want to chat about something else? Okay.
Okay. So my
What's
next
next on
question
your list?
is, how can you tell if someone is struggling mean mentally?
It's tricky because everyone's different, but some common signs are significant changes in mood or behavior. Things like withdrawal from friends and activities they used to enjoy, changes in sleep patterns, sleeping too much or not enough, changes in appetite, feeling constantly tired, difficulty concentrating, or seeming irritable or overwhelmed. Sometimes it shows up as physical symptoms like headaches or stomach problems without a clear cause. It's more about patterns than single instances. So, seeing consistent shifts in how someone normally acts is often the biggest clue. Yeah,
So
they're
next,
pretty key
so
things to
next
look
question
for.
is, what are
Go ahead, I'm listening.
common cause of stress in students?
That's a big one. Academic pressure is huge. Exams, grades, fear of failing, also financial stress, especially if they're working while studying or worrying about loans. Social pressures, fitting in, making friends, relationships can be really tough too. And there's just the general stress of being a student, time management, workload balance, figuring out your future. On top of that, a lot of students deal with family expectations or dealing with moving away from home and establishing their own routines and support systems. Piles up pretty quickly, honestly. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch what you said. All right.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Next
Okay.
question is, how does social media impact mental well-being?
Okay, back at it. Social media is a really complicated one. On the positive side, it can help people connect, find community, get support, and stay informed. But it's also been linked to things like anxiety, depression, body image issues, and loneliness. Comparing yourself to curated highlight reels makes a lot of people feel like they're falling short. The constant notifications and need to check can be addictive too. Cyberbullying is a real threat. I think it's all about finding a healthy balance.
My next question
Sounds
is,
good.
can lack of sleep affect mental health?
Absolutely. Lack of sleep and mental health have this really tight connection. Sleep deprivation can mess with your mood, concentration, memory, and ability to handle stress. Long term sleep loss can even increase your risk for things like depression and anxiety. When your brain doesn't get enough rest, your mind gets all jumbled up. Mental health problems can also mess with sleep, though, so it often becomes a cycle. Stress makes it hard to sleep, and lack of sleep makes your mental state worse.
The next question, okay. Next question is, what role does family environment play in mental health?
Family environment is massive. A supportive and stable family is like a strong foundation for mental well being. If you grow up in a home where you feel safe, loved, and accepted for who you are, you're more likely to develop resilience and confidence. But challenging family dynamics like conflict, abuse, or neglect can really affect someone's mental health long term. It's not just about respected and emotionally secure within their family unit. Right? It shapes. Hey there.
Questions, will you answer them?
Maya today, it's actually Maya, not Mario, but no worries. I'm ready for your questions whenever you are.
Okay, ma'am. Bye. So my first question is, how do academic pressures affect students mentally?
Academic pressure can be huge. It can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even depression. Students feel this weight from grades, tests, the competition to get into good schools, and pressure from family or themselves to succeed. When that pressure becomes constant, it drains their energy, messes with their sleep, and can make it hard to focus on anything, even things they actually enjoy. Can also lower self esteem if they feel like they're always falling short. Everything all right? You went quiet there for a
Okay,
sec.
ma'am. My next question is, why is it important to understand your emotions?
It's actually pretty fundamental, honestly. When you understand your emotions, you're not just reacting blindly. You can figure out what's driving your behavior. It's like having a map of your inner world. Knowing what you're feeling helps you make better choices, build stronger relationships because you communicate better, and bounce back from tough situations instead of getting stuck in them. Plus, it just makes you feel more in control of your own life instead of being tossed around by whatever mood strikes.
So my next question is, how can people manage negative emotions?
That's a really important one. There's no magic bullet, but a lot of it is learning to actually sit with those feelings instead of avoiding them. That's often step one. Things like mindfulness, meditation, or even just deep breathing can help with that. Physical activity works wonders for a lot of people too. Then there's talking it out with someone you trust, finding healthy distractions like hobbies or spending time in nature, and being kind to yourself when you're struggling. What tends to work best really depends on the person and the situation, though. Sure, take your time. I'm here when you're ready.
My next question is, what is the difference between sadness and depressions?
That's a good distinction to make because they feel similar but are really different things. Sadness is a normal human emotion we all experience when something disappointing happens. It's temporary and usually tied to a specific event. Depression is way more intense and long lasting. It's not just feeling sad about something specific. It's a pervasive low mood that hangs around for weeks or months. It affects how you sleep, eat, think, and even your energy levels. People with depression may withdraw from friends and family and struggle to find enjoyment in things they used to love. If someone's sadness is persistent, overwhelming, and interfering with their daily life, it might be more than just sadness.
Okay, Maya. So my next question is, what is how can expression feelings improve mental health?
When you let those feelings out instead of bottling them up, it's like releasing pressure from a system. It actually rewires your brain over time to handle emotions better. Plus, when you're open about how you're feeling, you create space for genuine connection with others. People can't support you if they don't know what's going on. There's something about just being heard and validated that can be incredibly healing. Holding on to stuff just makes it heavier and harder to manage.
My next question is, why do some people hide their emotions?
Yeah, that's a really common thing. A lot of it comes down to early experiences. Maybe they grew up in families where showing emotions wasn't accepted, or maybe they were teased or punished for being vulnerable. Fear of judgment is huge too. People worry about appearing weak, getting rejected, or being seen as a burden. Sometimes it's just not knowing how to process or articulate what they're feeling. And that becomes the easier path rather than learning to deal. But over time, hiding emotions can actually make things harder because those feelings still simmer under the surface.
My next question. Healthy habits. Okay. How does exercise help mental well-being?
Exercise does some serious magic for your brain. Physically, it releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters, but it goes way deeper than that. When you move your body, it reduces stress hormones like cortisol and it can improve sleep quality. Plus, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and boosts your self esteem. It's also a great distraction when you're feeling overwhelmed and helps you regulate emotions over time. It's not about intense workouts, though. Even just taking a walk outside can make a difference.
My next question. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Next question is what type of diet supports good mental health?
That's an interesting question. In general, the most supportive dads are the ones who create a safe and open environment. A dad who listens without judgment, validates feelings, and shows affection is huge. It's less about specific tactics and more about being emotionally available and consistent. When a dad models healthy emotional expression themselves, kids learn it's okay to show vulnerability and seek help when they need it. Basically, just showing up with genuine care and understanding.
Next. Okay. Next one question is
All
why
right,
is sleep
shoot.
important for mental wellness?
Um, a, I think you meant to ask why is hate important for mental wellness, but that doesn't quite make sense. It sounds like maybe you meant to ask why self care or self compassion is important for mental wellness. If that's what you meant, then I can definitely dive into that for you. Or are you maybe thinking of something else entirely? Hey there. What's
So
the
next
question?
next question is how can daily routines improve mental health?
Daily routines provide structure and predictability, which can be incredibly grounding. When you know what to expect, it reduces anxiety and creates a sense of control. Having rituals around sleep, meals, work, and relaxation helps regulate your nervous system too. It also frees up mental energy because you're not constantly making small decisions. Once you've got a rhythm, it's like things flow more smoothly instead of feeling chaotic all the time. It's about creating habits that nurture rather than drain you.
My next question is what are some relaxing activities to reduce stress?
Oh, there's a ton. Really depends on what clicks for you. Things like reading, listening to music, taking a warm bath, spending time in nature, meditation or yoga, light stretching, even just having a cup of tea. For some people, it's hobbies like gardening, painting, or cooking. The key is doing something that pulls you out of your head and into the present moment, something that helps calm that nervous energy rather than ramp it up. What kind of activities usually make you feel more centered?
So next question. Next
Take your
question is
time.
um, what are healthy ways to deal with stress?
That's a really important question. A lot of people default to unhealthy coping mechanisms like stress eating, isolating themselves, or using substances. But healthier approaches are about building resilience in the long run. Things like regular exercise, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, getting enough sleep, and connecting with supportive people. Learning relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation is helpful too. Basically, it's about giving yourself what you need to replenish your energy when things get overwhelming.
Next
I'm
question
listening. Go
is
for it.
how can mindfulness help improve mental well-being?
Mindfulness is really powerful stuff. It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment, which sounds simple but can be surprisingly hard. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. This helps break patterns of negative self talk and reduces reactivity. Regular mindfulness practice can literally rewire your brain over time to handle stress better, manage anxiety, and cultivate a sense of calm and acceptance. What made you curious about mindfulness specifically?
Okay, my next question is what is the meditation and how does it help?
Meditation is basically training your mind to focus and redirect your thoughts. There are tons of different types, from guided meditations where someone talks you through it to silent mindfulness meditation where you just focus on your breath. It can feel weird at first. Your mind will wander. That's normal. The point isn't to stop thinking entirely, it's to notice when your mind wanders and gently bring your attention back to your breath or focus point. It's thought to reduce stress, anxiety, and even chronic pain. It essentially helps calm the whole nervous system over time. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes tech hiccups happen. Did you want to say something or are you just reacting to something I said?
Is my
Okay, go ahead with your next question. I'm sorry, can you repeat that last part? I didn't quite catch what you said after time management produce. Did you maybe say anxiety or something else? I'm still here. No rush. Just let me
next
know when you're
question
ready to
is
repeat that question.
what should you do when you feel overwhelmed?
I'm not sure what you meant there. Feel our helmet hand didn't come through clearly. Was that a typo or did you mean something else like overwhelmed and helpless? If you're struggling with that, I can definitely help talk through some strategies, but I need to make sure I understand what you're actually feeling.
So next question is why is it important to talk to someone about your problems?
It's huge. Talking to someone you trust creates space to process your thoughts and emotions rather than letting them bounce around in your head. When someone listens without judgment, it validates your feelings and helps you feel less alone. It can also give you a new perspective. They might see things you haven't considered. Plus, sometimes just verbalizing the problem makes it feel smaller somehow. Getting that support from others is a core part of being human and building resilience.
Next question is how can friends support each other's mental health?
Friends can be lifesavers. It's about showing up and being present when someone's struggling, actively listening without trying to fix things, validating their feelings, and creating safe space. Offering practical support is big too, like helping with tasks when they're overwhelmed or just being a distraction when they need to shift focus. Checking in regularly, being patient, and normalizing seeking help are all ways friends can create really valuable support system for each other's well-being. Got it.
My next question is um, what role do teachers play in students' mental well-being?
Teachers have way more impact than people realize. They're often the adults students see day in and day out. When they create a supportive classroom environment where students feel safe, respected, and heard, that builds trust and emotional security. Teachers can look out for warning signs of students who are struggling and create moments of connection where students feel like they matter to someone at school. They can also promote open conversations about mental health. It's up to the student's guardian whether or not to get involved. Teachers play a big role. I'm not quite following.
Oh, my
Could you
next
repeat that
question is
last part
how
about the young man?
can family members
I
help someone with stress?
Family support is really key. The first thing is really just being there to listen without judgment. That's a massive gift in itself. Family can help with practical stuff like taking things off their plate or just being a sounding board for them. Normalize stress or problems, remind them that everyone goes through tough times. If someone's consistently overwhelmed, encouraging them to seek professional help is really important too. It's not about fixing everything for them, but showing genuine care and support while they navigate it.
Next time I'm coming
Right, all right.
new topics. So then thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
You're so welcome. I really enjoyed diving into all these mental health questions with you. It was a great conversation. I'm here when you're ready to explore more topics.
Okay, so thank you so much, friends, for watching my video. Next time I will do a new topic with Maya for you all. Thank you so much. Until then, Allah Hafiz.